For 3 full years, I had the camera, the mic, the ideas to get this YouTube channel started, and I didn't upload a single video, not one. The reason every single time I hit record, it was absolute disaster, painful, cringeworthy, delete immediately, horrible. Um, Today, I'm finally going to tell you exactly why I waited 3 years and why I finally decided to start anyway at the ripe old age of 62. So stick around if you're over 50 and scared to start something new this is going to be a good video for you, I think. In the first video, I introduced the channel and my goal of making $5,000 a month on YouTube. And doing it as someone with zero experience and documenting the journey along the way. This video is more about what happened before that. The 3 years I kept telling myself that I was going to start, but never actually did. So welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. So yeah, 3 years in the making. Why? Honestly, I was scared to death. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've made risky business decisions. I've driven crazy fast cars and motorcycles, so many things, but I was scared to death to step in front of the camera. Why? I really had no idea. So I had to really do some soul searching to understand this a little bit better, I guess. And the reason what it came down to was fear of putting myself out there and maybe becoming a failure. Didn't like the way I look, the way I sound. Every time I would sit down to record myself, I just felt so awkward. And I was horrible at it, still am. But it didn't matter if I was reading from a script, using an outline, or even a teleprompter. Yes, I have bought a teleprompter, and it's a big surprise. I know it's probably very obvious that I'm using one right now, actually. What happened, though, was when I started to look deeper as to what the problem was, it became obvious my problem was me. I allowed my mind to convince me that this just isn't for me. When I realized that, it really made me mad. I started thinking, I'm a self taught mechanic. I can build cars from scratch. I've taught myself to be a woodworker. All of this behind me, I've built myself when I built out this studio. So I learned photography, all of that, and I'm stumbling over hitting a darn record button. Doesn't make any sense. I turn on the camera and suddenly I'm in shock. Reading line to line, no emotion, no facial expression. Forget to blink your dang eyes. How do you forget to blink? Okay, so then I'll just use an outline. It'll sound more natural, I told myself. Look at the outline, talk openly about that subject. Nope. As soon as I look at the line in that outline, I just draw a blank. I did I did do one recording though that I thought was pretty good. Then as I'm getting ready to wrap up, I looked over along the side of the camera and I hadn't plugged the dang thing in. I could see the dongle hanging there. Oh, best part was it was still recording and I could read my lips. What I said would have probably got me banned from YouTube before I even started. That would have been a great clip to save thinking about it now, but unfortunately I deleted it. Anyway, funny thing is I'm never looking for something to say or talk about in real life. Just ask any of my friends. I'm a chatterbox, but I sure do clam up and go blank when I step in front of a camera. I still don't understand it fully. It still is uncomfortable, and I'm sure it's going to take a while for that to go away. But I'm determined to get this all out there. So, how did I get through finally making the first video? Okay, here's the secret sauce. You ready? Practiced. Yep. Practice, practice, practice. More and more every day, I would set up my phone, hit the record button, and simply pretend that I was making a YouTube video. If it was at lunchtime, I would talk about how my morning went, what I was having planning for lunch. If it was later in the day, then I would recap basically how my day went and what I did. These are not big videos, only some of them only, maybe 45 seconds, some 2, 3 minutes. But the difference is I got in the habit of pretending I was talking to someone instead of at this crazy machine in front of us. and it helped. So after a week or two of that, I started doing the same thing, but with the script that I wanted my first video to be about. Keeping in mind, I was telling it to a friend, even though I was reading it. And lo and behold, I was getting a little bit better at it. It started to feel more natural, and I was starting to have fun while I was doing it. Look, I am no pro at this. I mean, that's for sure. And it's very obvious. I still look stiff as a board and have many edits, but that's exactly what this channel is about. Learning this game that we call YouTube, getting better together, showing that anyone can do this. It just takes some time and learning a new skill to get good at it. The only way to get good at something is to start bad and keep going. The key part of that, though, is start. Don't worry about failure. If you never start, you already failed. If this sounds like you, here's your assignment. Start recording simple, short videos on your phone. Don't worry about the lighting. Don't worry about the sound. Just record a couple of minutes a day of you talking to the camera. If you need to, put a picture of that person you're talking to right above the lens. Feel free to delete those after you watch them. You don't have to show them to anyone, but I would suggest you save the first couple, then compare those to the ones you're making a week or two later. After 10, 20 of these, take a look back at those first two, and I guarantee you, you're going to see an improvement, probably a big improvement. I think you'll be surprised. So drop your age down in the comments. Tell me what you've been delaying or what you've been putting off, and I read every single one of them. I really do. Hit the like button if you're over 50 and still chasing something new. And if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe. Remember, monetize your passion and you'll fund your future. I'll see you again soon.